It was a cold, rainy afternoon. The small cafe on the corner smelled like fresh coffee and warm bread. Emma, a young woman with bright eyes and curly hair, walked inside. She loved this cafe. It was quiet, and she could sit with her English book and practice speaking. Emma picked a table near the window. She loved watching the raindrops fall while sipping her coffee. Today, she wanted to finish her English lesson and relax. But something unusual happened. A man entered the cafe. He was tall, with dark hair and kind eyes. But there was something strange about him. He didn't order coffee. He didn't sit like other customers. He just looked around slowly, as if he was searching for someone, or something. Emma felt curious. Who was he? Why did he look so serious? The stranger walked slowly toward the counter, then paused. His eyes met Emma's for a moment. She felt a small shiver. Something about his gaze was different. Emma tried to focus on her book, but she couldn't. The stranger sat at the table next to hers. He didn't speak, just looked at her. Emma wanted to say something, but her voice felt frozen. She whispered to herself, maybe he is just lost. Then, the stranger spoke. His voice was soft but clear. Excuse me, he said. Do you mind if I sit here? Emma hesitated. The cafe wasn't crowded, but something about him made her nervous. Sure, she said finally. The stranger smiled gently. Thank you. My name is Alex, he said. I'm Emma, as she replied, still feeling a little unsure. They started talking. At first, it was small talk. Rain, the cafe, the books they liked. But slowly, the conversation became more interesting. Alex told stories about traveling to other countries, learning languages, and meeting people. Emma was amazed. She had never met someone so confident yet calm. But there was one thing Alex didn't tell her, why he had come to this cafe. Emma tried to ask, but he always smiled and changed the subject. Emma noticed that Alex always looked at his watch. Often, he would check the door, then back at her. Something was strange. She asked softly, are you waiting for someone? Alex's smile faded for a moment. Yes, but not exactly. I'm here for something. Or someone, he said. Emma's heart beat faster. She wanted to ask more questions, but suddenly, the cafe door opened. A loud wind blew inside, making the pages of Emma's book flip. A group of people entered. They looked around quickly, then stopped. One of them stared at Alex. Alex's face changed. He looked worried, maybe even scared. Emma wanted to know why, but before she could speak, Alex whispered, we need to be careful. Not everyone here is friendly. Emma's curiosity grew. Who was Alex really? Why was he worried about strangers in the cafe? What secret was he hiding? She knew she had to find out. But at that moment, the lights flickered. The sound of thunder shook the cafe. Emma's eyes met Alex's. He leaned closer and whispered, you shouldn't be here alone, not now. Emma felt a mix of fear and excitement. Something big, the rain had slowed outside, but the cafe still smelled of coffee and wet wood. Emma sat quietly, her hands wrapped around her warm cup. Alex was sitting across from her, calm but tense. The group that had entered earlier kept glancing at him, whispering to each other. Emma's curiosity grew stronger. She wanted answers. Finally, she asked, Alex, why are they looking at you like that? Who are they? Alex hesitated. He looked out the window for a moment, watching the raindrops slide down the glass. Then he spoke softly. "They are not ordinary people," he said. "I can't explain everything right now. It's complicated. But you need to be careful." Emma's heart beat faster. Not ordinary people? What did that mean? Emma tried to act normal, but she couldn't stop glancing at the group. They were dressed in black coats, moving slowly, but their eyes were sharp, scanning the cafe as if searching for someone. Suddenly, one of them pointed toward Alex. He froze for a second, then looked at Emma. "Emma, stay calm," he whispered. "Don't look nervous. Trust me." Emma nodded, though she had no idea what was happening. Alex leaned closer. "I need to tell you something, but you have to promise not to panic." Emma swallowed hard. "I promise." Alex's voice was low. I'm not from this city. I travel a lot, and sometimes people follow me. They want something I have. Something very important." Emma's eyes widened. What do they want from you?" Alex shook his head. "I can't tell you yet. It's not safe. But you might be in danger just by being here." Emma felt a chill run down her spine. She had thought this was just a normal cafe day. But now, everything seemed different. The group in black started moving toward Alex's table. Emma felt her stomach twist with fear. Alex looked around quickly, then whispered, "Follow me." Quietly. He stood up and led Emma to a small, hidden door behind the counter. It was almost invisible behind a shelf of coffee jars. Alex opened it, and they stepped into a narrow hallway. The hallway was dimly lit, but it led to a small storage room. Alex closed the door carefully behind them. Emma was out of breath. Where are we?" Alex looked serious. "Safe, for now. But we need to think fast. They know I'm here. And they will not leave until they find me." Emma tried to understand. "Why me? Why did they follow you here?" Alex looked at her with an expression she couldn't read. "Because you were paying attention. Most people ignore strangers. Most people don't notice. But you do. That's why I trust you." Emma's heart raced. She had never felt so important, and yet so scared. A sound came from outside the storage room, a low murmur of voices. Footsteps. Someone was moving toward the hidden door. Alex grabbed a small notebook from his bag. "We need a plan. If they find us here, it will be dangerous." Emma swallowed hard, trying to steady her breathing. "What plan? What can we do?" Alex looked at her seriously. "We wait for the right moment. Then, we leave. Quietly. And don't look back." Emma noticed Alex's hands shaking slightly. He seemed confident, but now she could see the fear in him. "Alex." "I'm scared," she admitted. He smiled faintly. "I know. But fear doesn't mean you're weak." Suddenly, there was a soft click. The hidden door handle moved slightly. Someone was trying to open it. Alex grabbed Emma's hand. "Stay quiet, and stay behind me." Emma nodded, her heart pounding. She didn't know who it was, or what would happen next. But one thing was certain, her life had changed forever. Emma's heart raced. She could feel the tension in the small storage room. The soft click of the door handle outside made her stomach twist. Whoever was outside was getting closer. Alex whispered, Emma, stay calm. Don't make a sound. She nodded, gripping the edge of the table. Her hands felt sweaty, but she forced herself to be quiet. The door handle moved again. A shadow fell across the gap under the door. Someone was trying to push it open. Alex quickly grabbed a small chair and leaned it against the door. This will hold for a moment, he whispered. Emma's eyes widened. How long can it hold? Alex shook his head. Not long. We need to move soon. Alex peeked out a small crack in the door. The cafe had emptied. Most of the people had left, except for the mysterious group. They were searching, walking slowly, carefully, and whispering to each other. Alex turned to Emma. We go through the back exit. Follow me, step by step, and don't make a sound. Emma nodded, her heart pounding like a drum. She trusted him, but fear made her legs shake. They crept through the narrow hallway behind the storage room. The floor was cold and slippery. Every small sound echoed. Emma held her breath each time a door creaked or a step came from outside. Finally, they reached a small back door. It led to a narrow alley behind the cafe. Rain had stopped, but the ground was wet. Alex opened the door slowly, and they slipped outside. The cool night air hit Emma's face. She felt a mix of relief and fear. They walked quickly down the alley, keeping close to the walls. Emma tried to look behind them, but Alex grabbed her arm gently. Don't look, he said. They might see you. Emma obeyed. Her heart beat faster with each step. The sound of distant voices echoed from the cafe. The group was still there. They hadn't given up. Alex stopped at the end of the alley. We need a safe place, he said. Do you know this area? Emma shook her head. No. I usually just go home from the main street. Alex frowned. We can't go home. Not yet. They might follow. We need a place where no one will think to look. Emma thought quickly. There's an old library a few streets from here. It's usually empty at night. Alex smiled faintly. Good. Let's go. As they walked toward the library, Emma tried to calm herself. Alex. I want to understand. Why are they after you? What do you have that they want? Alex shook his head. I wish I could tell you, but it's too dangerous. Not just for me. For you too. That's why I need you to trust me. Emma looked at him. Despite the fear, she felt a strange trust. I do trust you, she said softly. Alex's eyes softened. Thank you, Emma. That means a lot. Right now, your safety is my responsibility. They moved in silence for a few minutes, keeping to the shadows. The city streets were quiet at this hour, but every sound made Emma jump. Finally, they reached the old library. Its doors were heavy, wooden, and slightly worn. Alex opened a small side door he knew from previous visits. Inside, it smelled like old. Suddenly, the faint sound of a phone ringing echoed through the library. Alex froze. That's not mine, he said, his voice tense. Emma looked around nervously. Who's calling? Alex's eyes narrowed. It's them. They found a way to track me. We're not safe here for long. We need to move, and fast. Emma's heart sank. She realized the danger was far from over. But she also felt a strange determination. Whatever it took, she would help Alex and discover the mystery behind him. The library was quiet, but Emma could feel the tension in the air. Every shadow seemed to move. Every creak of the floor made her jump. She looked at Alex. His eyes were sharp, scanning the shelves. "They're tracking us," he whispered. "I don't know how, but they found a way." Emma swallowed hard. "How?" "I thought we were safe here." Alex shook his head. "Nothing is safe if they really want to find you. We need to stay alert." Suddenly, a soft thump echoed from the upper floor of the library. Emma froze. "What was that?" she whispered. Alex motioned for her to be quiet. He moved slowly toward the stairs, his hand on a small flashlight. Emma followed, her heart beating fast. The library was huge, full of tall shelves and narrow passages between them. The shadows seemed to move with every step. They reached the top of the stairs and peeked around a corner. A figure was moving silently among the shelves. It was hard to see clearly, but Alex stiffened. "They know we're here," he said. "And they sent someone inside." Emma's heart raced. "What do we do?" Alex grabbed her hand. "We hide. Quick." They ducked behind a tall shelf stacked with old books. The figure moved closer. Emma could barely breathe. She could hear their soft footsteps, the swish of their coat brushing against the floor. The figure stopped nearby and looked around, then moved on slowly. Alex exhaled quietly. That was close. Too close. Emma looked at him. Who are they?" Alex shook his head. "I can't tell you everything yet. But you need to know, they are dangerous. If they catch me, or you, we could be in serious trouble." Emma's curiosity got the better of her. "Alex, I need to know. Why are they after you? What is so important?" Alex looked down at her, his eyes softening. "It's not just about me. It's about something I carry. Something very old, something people have been searching for a long time." Emma's eyes widened. "Something old? Like you're a treasure?" Alex nodded slightly. "You could call it that, but it's more than gold or jewels. It's knowledge that some people would kill to have." Emma felt a chill run down her spine. Knowledge that people would kill for? She never imagined her day at the cafe would lead to this. Alex leaned closer. "We can't stay here long. I have a safe place, but we need to move fast. They are relentless, and they will follow us." Emma nodded, trying to steady her fear. Where is this safe place?" Alex smiled faintly. "Not far from here. But the journey will not be easy. We need to be careful, and quick." Emma took a deep breath. "I'm ready. I'll follow you." Alex gave her a reassuring look. "Good." Emma and Alex waited silently behind the shelves. The footsteps of the intruder had faded, but she knew it was only temporary. Suddenly, a loud crash came from the main entrance of the library. Books fell from the shelves. Emma jumped, her heart pounding. "They found us," Alex said, his voice low but firm. "We have no choice. We must leave now." Emma nodded, gripping Alex's hand tightly. She felt fear, but also a strange excitement. Her ordinary day at the cafe had turned into a dangerous adventure she would never forget.